Center, T.O. Haas Tire and Auto, Planet Fitness, Barnwood and Leather, and Vitalize Health. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is the Happy Hour.
You guys going to happy hour?
Live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios in the heart of Lincoln, America.
Yeah, I'll come for a couple.
Here are your hosts, Nick Sainert.
I want to know what it's like to commit a crime without having to spend time in jail.
And Enrique Alvarez Clary.
C is for chunk.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Happy Friday. This is the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. Nick Sainert, Enrique Alvarez Clary with you. Hello, Rico.
Hello.
How's it going?
It is going fantabulous, good sir.
That's good. I'm glad.
How are you?
It's awesome. I'm in a very good mood.
Are you?
Survived. Easy. Yeah, I am.
How are you?
In regards to this show and everything else going on, survived the first week of classes, so that's good.
Proud of you.
Thank you. I had a very
I forgot that school was happening.
Yeah, so did I. No.
Dude, when you graduate from school, you just completely forget about all of that.
Yeah, I feel like a sense of time.
And also summer doesn't exist. Even though you worked all summer.
Yeah, exactly. I was here all summer. Yeah, but also it feels like once college just like moves on or whatever and like you're done, I feel like just time disappears because there's nothing like you have to worry about. You don't have to worry about summer being over. You don't have to worry about Christmas break or anything.
Time is a flat circle.
like for real. Let me ask you this, Rico. What do you look for right now? Like,
what do you mean?
What do you look forward to?
What do I look forward to? Holidays.
Okay, so that's what I have. What I have to look forward to,
or myself getting sick. So I can just stay home.
Be careful what you wish for, especially with the second baby on the way.
Obviously, not with anything serious.
Yeah, I found out today. You told me that you were going to be gone for a week and a half, which I knew you were, but also I did not realize that you were going to be gone about a week and a half.
Yeah,
in like next week.
Look, it's Fordham and Buffalo week. You'll be fine.
I will be.
I'll be back for Oklahoma week, in which you're going to be gone on a Friday.
No, I won't.
You're not leaving anymore?
I'm going to leave. I'm going to be here for the show, and then I'm dipping out for Norman. Right after the show.
Actually, hold on. Happer, are you listening? Jake, are you guys listening real quick? So I went to Chick-fil-A.
Hold on. They have to turn the button up.
So I went to Chick-fil-A, and the person at the window, he asked where I worked. I said, I work at the radio station down the street. He goes, 93.7 The Tick. He's like, my friend Nick Sainert works there.
Oh,
and
Andrew.
I was like, yeah. And he goes, yeah, it's kind of cool that you guys are letting him go to Norman for work. And I was like, wait, what? And he goes, yeah, he said that we were going to Norman because he had to work it. And I go,
what?
I was like, no.
I need to talk to Andrew right now.
I look at him, I go, he's going because he wants to.
I will be making a phone call to Andrew right now.
Happer, you got anything?
I'm going to get Andrew on the phone.
I'm glad we're letting him go for work.
Yeah, I was under the impression that it was not for work.
I was under the impression it was not for work either.
Okay. Well, you guys got some straightening out to do.
So we're all on the same page.
Kind of weird there.
Yeah, I agree. Either way, I will be doing the show here. That was always the plan.
Okay.
I will be doing the show here.
Not going to broadcast from Norman. Not going to take any notes for us.
I am not. No, I was never planning on it. That is what I'm looking forward to.
That's what he told me. Well, and I told him, I said it was not business. It was for pleasure. And
it is like, very much.
He's like, I'm going to have to talk to him about
that.
Like,
I will. Yeah, because that's funny because Andrew's not even going. So that's funny there. So yeah, I will be there. I will be here for the show on that Friday. Man, Rico, I don't appreciate you calling me out without even checking your facts. Like you could have fact checked me. And
no,
we wouldn't have had to deal with that.
I'd rather call you out on the air and get the facts out.
Well, that's fine.
It's more fun that way.
That's unbelievable.
I cannot believe that. Second things first.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to Cubsker for being the first texter today. Shout out, Cubsker. You are the official winner of nothing. Congratulations.
Yes.
Proud of you.
Congratulations. Rico. So, yeah, back to Rico being gone. He's having a second kid. And so he will be out for a week and a half. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Starting on the 1st?
Secondary child.
Starting on the 1st.
Yes.
So
Possibly.
text line, be prepared that week and a half.
You get solo Nick, possibly.
Yeah. I'll bring in some people. I'll have some interviews, but that's where I'm going to really need you guys to contribute because
I'm sorry if the
number
show
one,
takes a dip.
it's Fordham and Buffalo, but also
it'll be all right.
We'll still have a lot of stuff to
You'll be
talk
fine.
about. So, Rico, let me ask you this. How excited are you for tomorrow?
Way too excited. I just can't wait. I just can't wait for football. Like I obviously I hope the Huskers win. I think the Huskers will win, but I just want to watch football. And I'm just like playing all these, like I've been watching highlight videos for absolutely no reason on YouTube the past couple of days, just because I need something. And it's going to be great. I don't know. I don't know. It's a good time.
I'll ask you this. Did you see my tweet today?
No.
Okay. So I'll ask you the
Should
question.
I have?
No, not necessarily. I was proud of it when I made the video in the moment.
I was proud of it.
But looking back at it, there is no reason I should have made it.
Was it the one you were working on yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, you tweeted it out, huh?
There was no reason that I should have ever thought that was a good idea.
You getting any traction?
No, but that's fine. Also, Twitter was broken for like an hour today.
See, I never noticed that. Happer said the same thing. My Twitter was working fine.
Twitter was broken for an hour, and
maybe your guys' Twitter was broken.
I realized in that moment that I am addicted to Twitter badly.
Oh, you just realized that?
Because I would just every couple minutes pull up my phone and I'd be like, oh, I wonder if it's working yet. But either way, so that put a little hitch in my tweet,
giddy up?
My tweet getting traction. However, it probably wasn't deserving of traction because which play is more painful? Fake punt against Illinois, the backwards pass against Illinois, or I just decided to throw this one in there because I
there was a third one. I didn't know there was a third one.
Because I put it in a song in the background, like a sad song, but it didn't sound good just stopping after the two highlights. So I was like, okay, what's another sad play in Nebraska's season last year?
You're a monster.
Mo Ibrahim sliding on 3rd and 12 after he ran for about 11 and iced the game away. Which game? And if you think of the details in that Minnesota game with, they were down so many people.
They were down 1 million people
and
to
plus,
COVID.
It's just more annoying to lose to PJ Fleck's team also.
Roadabout.
Which one was more Ski-U-Mah? Is that what it's called?
Ski-U-Mah.
Which one was more painful?
The Minnesota one with the context of the fact that they were down 25 million people.
Yeah.
Hurts a lot, but I'm going to go with the fake punt because the punter froze in place twice. He not an athlete. Just kind of stopped and he was like, should I keep going? I don't know. I'm gonna keep going. And then he was like, oh, should I keep going? And then he got the first down and nobody was anywhere close to him.
Yeah, to this point, fake punt has it with a 59% to 41% lead. Nobody has voted for Minnesota though. So we're at that situation there.
It's not painful unless you know context.
As always, 402-464-5685. Feel free to chime into the show all hour long. Honda of Lincoln Hotline, Sartor Heyman text line. We'll take your calls and texts, as well as the comments on the Sartor Heyman Jewelers video stream on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. Let's get to this. Did you see Husker quarterback commit Richard Torres last night?
Yeah, he threw seven touchdowns in the first half.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, he's kind of good. Or the team they were playing was really bad.
Let's go with the first one.
One of those
He's
is true.
very good.
Or both of them are true.
Let's go with the first one. He was very good. He threw 7 touchdowns in the first half, finished the game with 8 touchdowns. You imagine that they probably took him out.
He played one more series, probably.
For his high school, Southside, they topped Brownsville Lopez High School 62-7.
Yeah, Brownsville Lopez, not good.
Yeah. And so,
not that I actually know that. I'm just guessing.
I'm guessing that as well.
You gave up 7 touchdowns in a singular half to a quarterback, and you lost 62 to 7.
62-7. Those are the painful games when you're down so much for so long. It feels like I've also been on that side of here in Lincoln where it's been a blowout, and I've been broadcasting. I'm sure Happer can agree with me on this. And right out of the gate when it's 24-0 after the first quarter, you just know that you're going to be up in that press box for a very, very long time. And you're like,
running clock?
Oh my goodness. But the running clock, it doesn't even feel like it anymore.
It doesn't help.
No. Also, Torres, though, he had 18 touchdown passes all season last year. And so he's already.
So he has like one
Over
more game
little
like
under
that,
half.
and he's sitting pretty pretty.
Yeah, so he's going to be just fine. So maybe Richard Torres isn't going to be a bad get. Unnamed
Did
texter
people
says,
think he was a bad get?
Well, I don't think he was the highest rate player. I think he was a 3-star.
Okay.
Because Nebraska's class,
they don't have any 4 stars.
Nebraska's class doesn't have any 4 stars, and it's going to be a very small class, very quiet so far. But that's
quiet.
That's a whole nother topic. However, recruiting.
I thought he was a good get at the time. I mean, he's he has the quarterback build. He's a big body. He has a strong arm, at least from what we've heard. I watched a couple of the highlights, just a couple of the touchdown passes. I don't remember any deep throws because unnamed texter is asking, can he throw a deep ball? Nothing particularly deep. He had one that was maybe like 20-ish yards.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you consider that a deep ball, then yes, he can throw a deep ball, but I don't think I saw anything that far.
So yeah, Richard Torres went off last night, and that was all over Twitter. Also, the high school game last night between Pius and East.
I heard that was a good game.
One, and it had a great quote also from that game. It'll be in our happy hour folder there. Okay. It was a great quote after the game. Cooper Erickson went off at the wide receiver position and even continued that into his post-game interview with Nicole Griffith. And here's that.
The vibes were immaculate.
The vibes were immaculate. And we're going to hope.
Cooper Erickson was Cooper Erickson just out there vibing?
Yeah, he was. I think he had like 5 receptions. He had over 100 yards in the first half, I thought.
Shout out Connor Happer for the call. I listened to a little bit. Did a great job as always.
Yes. And so that was a good game last night. Pius's defense was good.
Cooper Erickson, Noah Walters. That's a fun combination.
Well, East had to replace Carter Glenn and Austin Schneider and a couple guys on defense as well.
Carter, their entire offense, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly. Carter was more fun to watch for me in basketball, actually.
Carter, their entire offense, Glenn.
Yeah, exactly. You can say the same thing. This one, I don't know how much you pay attention to NIL deals, but this one comes.
I only pay attention to the Husker ones a little bit, and then like I don't pay attention to them, but you always see like the big ones, like when somebody like when the gymnast signed with like Boost Mobile or something like that, and then
was that Livy Dunn?
I think so, and then De'Aaron King with the Florida Panthers. The
hockey
team,
which De'Aaron King is raking it in.
Oh yeah,
like unbelievable.
I also think he'll make it to the NFL, so he's good.
Really,
I do. I don't think it'll be a first round pick.
You think he has the body and the game type?
He reminds me. I'm not saying he is the exact replica of him, but he reminds me the way he plays the game of oh goodness, what is his name? In Arizona, played for Oklahoma. Kyler Murray. A little shorter.
Interesting.
Decent accuracy.
Wow.
Good feet.
I feel like De'Aaron King should have graduated by now because he was at Houston for a couple.
He was
years.
at Houston. Well, he was a senior. He didn't grad transfer, but he transferred. He had like a year or maybe 2 years, but it was going to be like a year at Miami. But then COVID hit, so he stayed for the other year. Because I don't think he was going to be a first or a second round pick, but I think he will be this year.
Always the vid. So this NIL deal comes out of Columbus, Ohio, with Ohio State. Just yesterday, 5 players from the school's program. Haskell Garrett, who got shot in the face.
He didn't get
twice.
He didn't get shot in the face. He got shot through the cheeks. I will die on this hill.
In his face.
I will die. I will die on this hill. He didn't get shot. When somebody says you get shot in the face, you're picturing structural damage and something real bad that happens. No, my man's got shot through the cheeks.
That's in your face.
No, it doesn't count.
All right. Either way, Haskell Garrett.
Your cheek is not part of your face.
Yeah, Haskell Garrett, Zach Harrison.
No damage. His teeth are fine.
Chris Olave, CJ Stroud, and Mayan Williams all got new cars from Coughlin Chevrolet in Ohio. It was a part of a partnership. And then here's the deal, though. At the end of the 2021 season, they have to give them back.
Okay.
But if those 5 players decide to stay at Ohio State, they get to keep their cars through the 2022 season.
Okay, would you like to name those players again?
Haskell Garrett.
Not staying.
Not staying. Zach Harrison.
Maybe staying.
Chris Olave.
Not
staying. CJ Stroud.
Not staying.
No, he is staying.
Oh,
he's too young.
Has to stay.
He's too young.
Oh, well, that he's fine.
and Mayan Williams.
I don't know who that is.
No idea.
Possibly staying.
So yeah, so they will be riding around in their new cars here. And also 3 of them are captains, so you can assume that they will not be sticking around.
A captain at Ohio State doesn't stay. Those are the rules. If you're a captain at Ohio State, you're going to the NFL.
We get this off the text line 402-464-5685. Rico, if you take a picture of your face, are your cheeks not on the picture?
Nope. Cheeks not part of your face.
Interesting.
He didn't get shot in the face. He got shot through the cheeks.
Interesting.
Or he got shot through the face. I don't know. Look, if I told you, oh man, I know somebody got shot in the face. Like,
yeah.
You're picturing you're like an eye's gone, your nose is missing, teeth are all messed up, like your face is just jacked up, right? Like, man's got shot in the face. Like when somebody gets kicked in the face,
okay,
so they get knocked out. They're getting like kicked in the eyeball, and like they've got swollen, everything's like swollen shut and everything. Somebody gets punched in the face, they're like a broken nose and everything. He got shot through the cheeks. There was no structural damage. His teeth were fine. His jaw was fine. It went through one cheek and it went out the other cheek. I will say he still got shot. Still probably extremely painful. I'll give him props for that. But when everybody, like the whole broadcast, Nebraska's playing Ohio State, and they're like, and there's Haskell Garrett. Remember, folks, he got shot in the face and he's still playing in this game. Like, no, he got shot through the cheeks and he's playing in this game. All right. He's fine.
Okay. Sounds good. Let's move on to Husker football because Huskers do open up their season tomorrow against Illinois. Let me ask you this. What is your biggest concern heading into tomorrow? Whether that be a position group, whether that be turnovers, whether that be just disciplined football as a whole, whether that be
overall biggest concern.
Yeah. It can be anything. Play calling, mid-game adjustments, and feel free to chime in as well on the text line, folks, or call in.
I guess my biggest concern right now would be what happens after Adrian.
Okay.
Because you can't factor out an injury. I know it's the first game, it's Illinois, blah, 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 whatever you want to say. It's still football.
Yep.
People still get hurt. Who takes the ball after Adrian if God forbid that needs to happen? And not in a good way where they're blowing them out and they're just like, all right, well, we're going to put somebody in here, and they're
not
just
like it would be in the Fordham game.
Yeah, like we're going to, run the offense or whatever. Like like Nebraska's up by 3 or down by 3 and Adrian rolls his ankle or something, God forbid he rolls his ankle.
Yeah.
Who goes in? Who's playing? Who's taking the snaps? Who like that would be my biggest concern, but that's like a far-fetched concern, I guess. I mean, it's not that far. It's football. Injuries happen. But
exactly.
But that's probably something that nobody else is thinking of.
I would agree with you, actually. That's not probably my biggest concern because I have faith, hopefully, that Adrian, a bulk of the load is going to be able to be taken off of his shoulders, whether that be with a running game or whether that be through an established, air game with receivers, just because we've talked about it multiple times before, is that there's better talent around him. There's guys that, yes, they're unproven, but there's no reason to expect that they won't contribute, whether that's a Gabe Ervin, Marquise Stepp, whether that's Omar Manning on the edge or on the side, or even, Samori Toure. Like, the confidence is there for the guys around him. Plus, it just feels like Adrian's different this year. He's in better shape, both, as a leader mentally, but also physically. 402-464-5685, Honda of Lincoln hotline. We go to Tom. Tom, how's everything going?
Pretty good. Hey, which one of you two said the cheeks are not part of your face?
That was me, Tom.
And who's me? What's your
Rico?
Name?
It's Rico.
Say it again.
Rico.
Rico. I got to tell you, a brain is not part of your head.
Oh,
is that it?
That's all he had.
Oh,
he dropped
no.
the mic.
Okay, so there's Tom. I was expecting something football related there from Tom, but I guess
Tom's trying to get at me.
Be careful, Tom. Rico fights everybody, so be careful. But back to football here.
I got big brain. Yeah,
back to football here. I think mine is just turnovers, and this spans over the whole course of the whole season. Because I did some diving into old articles, what Scott did at UCF and Nebraska as a program in the last 20 years or so, their turnover margins are not good, folks.
Mm-hmm.
They're not good. Also, read some articles just from some analytic people from ESPN. Bill Connolly was one of them. And they value a turnover as an average of 4 to 5 points. For each turnover, the other team, your opponent, scores 4 to 5 points. So if Nebraska, let's just say, -3 in the turnover department, that's 12 to 15 points on average down the drain because of those turnovers. Also, if a team wins the turnover battle, they win the game 73% of the time. When Scott Frost took over at UCF was -20 in his first year, in the year before he got there. In year 1, he was +2. In year 2, they were +17 on the season, second best in the country.
And we all know what happened year 2.
Yes. The whole national champion thing, like whatever you want, whichever side of the fence you're on.
National champion.
And here's this startling stat. Since 2004, Nebraska has recovered around 30% of their fumbles.
Of their own fumbles?
Of their own fumbles.
Okay.
If they fumble the football, they only recover 30%. So 3 out of 10?
That's not great.
So, and if you think about it this way, obviously, whoever was at quarterback last year, whether it was McCaffrey or Martinez, not only fumbles, there were some interceptions there. First interception thing I think of is in the Minnesota game when Luke McCaffrey came in and Nebraska throws 2 passes right off the bat with a running quarterback, a runner.
That was weird.
And one of them was picked. I think of that.
That was weird. You're bringing in a quarterback who everybody knows is not a thrower of the ball, who's mostly can beat you with his legs, and you immediately think, you know what we're going to do? We're going to have him pass the ball.
Exactly.
It didn't make much sense. The decision-making on that instance was extremely questionable.
And so I suppose that can kind of go on the coach's shoulders or the play calling shoulders. Maybe back to that whole thing of, the coaching staff was just trying to overthink it and say,
outsmart
Minnesota's expecting Nebraska to run the ball here since they put Luke McCaffrey in. So if we try to throw over the top, then we're going to catch him by surprise. And so it was quite the opposite there. So I just think that turnovers are massive. And obviously Nebraska's going to have fumbles this year. Adrian is still going to run the ball. I can't remember who I was talking to yesterday, and it was like, if the first play is Adrian Martinez running in for a touchdown, whether that's a designed run or a scramble, great.
Cool.
But because he's going to run the ball.
Don't do that 18 more times.
Exactly. It's all about how you do it, when you do it, play calling, right? Mid-game adjustments, not trying to complicate it too much. And so I feel like that it plays a big part in the success of the whole season when it looks at, biggest concerns. So keep sending in your thoughts and texts. We'll get to them after the break here. A lot of people commenting on whether cheeks are part of your face.
Look, so people are trying to trash me right now because they're like, oh, cheeks are obviously cheeks are a part of your face. Like, this whole thing is your face. But when you get shot in the face, you're thinking
you don't think about cheeks.
You're not shot in the face, not shot through your cheeks. And I don't know how his teeth weren't damaged or if his mouth was wide open or anything, unnamed texter. I just know he got shot through the cheeks. There was no structural damage. They didn't have to wire his jaw shut or anything.
Yeah. So we'll put all the cheek
that's
talk.
why I consider him not getting shot in the face.
Yeah. So finish sending in your roast for Rico there. Here we'll get to a couple of them after the break, but also in more seriousness, we'll get to some stuff talking about Illinois up ahead. We'll get to our bets, what we think was going to happen tomorrow. We'll do some picks and then talk about the running back room and some wide receivers a little bit more up next on the Happy Hour.
Follow Nick and Enrique on Twitter at Nick_Sainert and at Radio Rico AC. More of Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tractor Supply Distribution Center in Waverly is now hiring for all shifts. They're a 24/7 facility and a clean environment to work in. There's potential to earn up to $25.25 per hour with opportunities for overtime. They also offer a retention bonus as new team members are eligible for a bonus as high as $1,000. Come be a part of the Tractor Supply team. Apply today at www.tractorsupply.jobs.
New owners means new lunch specials at the Fox Bar and Grill. They've just introduced tons of options on their new under $10 lunch menu. Small nachos grande, a classic cheeseburger, 4 boneless or traditional wings and fries, or a small single topping pizza for just $5 each. Try the mushroom Swiss burger or the pepper jack stack burger for just $6. And for just $7, try any of the classic steak Philly, club wrap, grilled chicken salad, or grilled southwestern salad. It's the under $10 lunch menu at the Fox Bar and Grill, just south of 14th and Pine Lake.
We take our college football Saturdays so seriously at 93.7 The Ticket that one post-game show simply isn't enough. Join Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman and DP for The Ticket postgame. 90 minutes following each Nebraska game at Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. They'll break down the game from their vantage point and bring in special guests as well, with giveaways to listeners who drop by. It's The Ticket postgame with Jay Foreman and DP at Tanner's Bar and Grill, sponsored by Action Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, and Vinny Kreekak of State Farm Insurance.
So Planet Fitness is only $10 a month with no commitment. Pretty sweet. That's $10 a month to be in a thumbs up emoji place. Yes, I just said thumbs up emoji. It means that you're in the judgment-free zone. That's $10 a month. Join in club or online at planetfitness.com. The world judges. We don't. Planet Fitness. Be free.
2 Lincoln locations, just east of 27th and Folkways and 48th and Van Dorn.
Annual membership fee applies. Participating locations only. See club for details.
Tailgating wasn't just meant for weekends. Join 93.7 The Ticket every Tuesday at Chick-fil-A for Tailgate Tuesdays. Scan your app with any purchase on Tuesdays and you'll be entered to win a tailgate meal for 15 people. That's chicken nuggets, fresh fruit, and iced tea or lemonade. Winners will be contacted each Wednesday, and you can come see Tom and Bach from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 48th and O location or at South Point each week. It's Tailgate Tuesdays all season long at Chick-fil-A in Lincoln. This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Harrison Arns. In football this week, Lincoln East played Lincoln Pius on Thursday. Lincoln East came out on top with a final score of 17-14. Both teams came out strong for an intense finish. The game ended on a 4th down pass completion that was just short of the 1st down. Friday, many teams will face off for their season openers in Week 1. Lincoln High will play at Lincoln North Star, Lincoln Southeast will play at Omaha North, Fremont will play at Lincoln Northeast, and Gretna will play at Lincoln Southwest. In softball this week, Lincoln East won over North Star 9-4. Also this week, Lincoln Northeast beat Lincoln High 10-1. In volleyball, Lincoln High faced off against Lincoln Southeast. Lincoln High would win the match in a 3-2 set. Faith Van Eek and Nicole Haywood would help push Lincoln High to victory with combined 30 kills. This has been your High School Minute, sponsored by Southeast Community College, with locations in Lincoln, Beatrice, and Milford. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
Century Electric is now hiring for experienced licensed electricians. This position will serve around the Lincoln area on both commercial and residential jobs. Century Electric is well established with 40 years in operation. It offers a substantial hiring bonus as well as tons of benefits. For more information or to apply, go online to centuryelectric.com and click the careers tab or call them at 402-467-5550. Come work for a great company today with Century Electric, whose commitment is always to their customers.
Don't settle for living with pain and discomfort. The therapy experts at Madonna Therapy Plus have enhanced safety protocols in place and are ready right now to help you return to health. Feeling good is vital to your overall well-being. Therapy Plus is open in Omaha and Lincoln for comprehensive physical, speech, and occupational therapy, all with enhanced in-person safety plus new telehealth options. So don't let wellness wait. Learn more and schedule an appointment at therapyplus.madonna.org.
You're listening to the Happy Hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back here on the Happy Hour, 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. It's game day eve, baby. Let's go. Tyler in Phoenix says, Nick, please tell Rico that Google exists and is very helpful.
I refuse.
I've tried, Tyler.
Google knows nothing. I know more than Google.
Yes.
I am the Google.
Somebody also says, I have drank a lot of the ticket-flavored Kool-Aid this offseason.
Oh, that's dangerous.
Why else are we here?
That's dangerous. Well, who's Kool-Aid?
Yes. Unnamed texter. A couple more concerns here. We got this question earlier asking about Marvin Scott and if he's still in the mix. Marvin Scott's kind of just fizzled out, it feels like. I mean, it's been the 3/maybe 4 names all offseason, and it's been Sevion, Marquise Stepp.
You're about to say Marvin Scott.
I was about to say Marvin Scott. It is Sevion Morrison, Marquise Stepp, and Gabe Irvin. That Seaman and Yant was in there for
a couple weeks.
A
Yant
brief
was being
time.
mentioned a lot.
Yes,
Ramir Johnson got a couple mentions.
Yeah.
I don't know.
There was a
I don't
couple,
know if
but
he's part of the big three. I'm just going to call it the big three at running back.
I will say this: Marvin Scott, freshman, still a freshman. So
technically still a freshman.
Tyler in Phoenix.
So Savion
asks,
Morrison.
This will be a good time to say this. Tyler in Phoenix says, "Are you going to be in the rail yard or anything?" No, we will be here. Actually, I don't know if Rico will. Will you be here tomorrow?
Yes, I will be here for pregame.
Yes. So here's what tomorrow is going to look like. Fasten your seatbelts. From 7 to 8 a.m., Husker Online radio show. From 8 to 9, high school show. 9 to kickoff, Husker pregame show. Immediately after the game ends, hopefully in a Huskers win.
Like immediately.
Yes. You will hear the intro for the Husker After Party postgame show with Happer and Bach.
Like get back here for the postgame show.
Yes. And then after the Husker After Party postgame show, for an hour and a half, you have the ticket postgame show with Jay Foreman and Derek Pearson live from Tanner. So go check them out. And then you can watch a couple of the other non-exciting week 0 games that are going on.
Non-exciting? You mean to tell me Hawaii and UCLA isn't exciting to you?
I think that one plays in the middle of the day.
San Jose State and whoever they're playing isn't exciting.
San Jose State plays at 9 p.m.
UTEP and somebody else.
That one, UTEP and New Mexico State.
New Mexico State isn't exciting.
That one is exciting. It's going to keep me on the edge of my seat
all
day.
Of those are exciting.
And so make sure that your dial is turned right here every Saturday, because that's going to happen.
Don't move the dial.
All the
Leave
time.
It here.
Okay, a couple more things off the text line. Somebody said if Adrian Martinez gets hurt on the first drive, that's one of their concerns.
That was my concern as well. Not first drive, but just getting hurt. That was my concern.
You hope that
we talked through that.
You hope that one of those running backs, or if not all three, can, make a name for themselves and, be a guy that the staff can lean on. Ellis in Illinois, my biggest concern is all about coaching, game planning, play calling, in-game adjustments, situational and game awareness. That has been our biggest problem with the last 3 years, and all the talent in the world won't overcome it. Yeah, that kind of can go in line with somebody else's concern that said letting our foot off the gas if you get a big lead.
It's been a while since Nebraska has been blowing a team out and just kept their foot there and kept going, as opposed to kind of letting up and letting the team get back into it. So that would be nice to see if it gets to that point.
The biggest, the most recent game that I can think about when Nebraska really kept their foot on the gas was Maryland. I think in 2019, Maryland on the road, when they won like 50-something-7. It was almost a shutout until the fourth quarter.
It was a good game.
And that was the last one that I can really remember Nebraska not letting off the gas.
Memories.
And stuff. And so I'm sure, and it would be nice to see them do it against a opponent that is not Fordham
or Buffalo
or
a power. It would be nice to see it done against a Power 5 opponent, not an FCS, not a Group of 5 opponent, but a Power 5 opponent. I mean, even if you did it against a Group of 5 opponent that was better than the Buffalo team that we're going to see. Now, I'm not writing off Buffalo. Buffalo's still a college football team. They still got good athletes, but better than this Buffalo team that's going to be coming to Lincoln in 2 weeks.
I found out this morning that Buffalo is going to be returning the a running back that had the most yards out of anybody in college football last year.
That's fun.
And so that'll be something to watch. That'll be a big storyline going into that week.
Run defense.
Is run defense.
Well, run defense is a big deal here too with Illinois, because that is something that was not apparent, did not show up that well in last year's game. It seemed like they were getting run all over. Illinois wasn't really passing the ball much. They had a great receiver in, what was the guy's name?
Imatorbhebhe.
Bebe. Such a great name.
Josh. Yep.
They had a great receiver there, but really against Nebraska last year, Illinois decided that they could run the ball, and they did. So if Nebraska can hold up their end of the bargain defensively, run defensively, that would be a great showing and a nice little refute to last year's appearance.
Yeah, and so somebody else's concern, the wide receiver position. The one word I keep going back to is unproven, but deep.
Talented.
We've heard multiple times the staff feels that they have 6 or 7 guys at that position that they can rotate in and out. Once again, something that Nebraska fans have not heard in the past is that they've had 6 or 7 guys that they feel comfortable rotating in and out. Whether that is a Samori Toure, who, funny enough, I was listening to Matt Lubick the other day talking, and he was asked about Samori Toure, and when they kind of felt it like that he was going to work out here and that he was able to learn and they were going to be able to install the whole playbook into his mind there right off the bat, instead of slowing things down like they originally planned to. And he said before Samori Toure got here, the Montana coach gave him a recommendation to come here, and gave this Nebraska coaching staff a recommendation on, hey, you should probably take this guy, because if not, he's going to go somewhere else and be a pretty good player. And so,
how often does that happen where a player is transferring away from a school and the coach is like, I'm going to help you get to a better situation?
And so there, it's definitely something to watch for, just to see, who's out there consistently, and not because it's one of the top guys mentioned. It's more of what plays are they comfortable running with certain sets, with certain guys, with certain rotations. And like snap counts. When you look at the defensive line, it's going to be interesting. How often is Damian Daniels out there? When is Jordan Riley coming in? It's just all those little things that you don't even think about. It's more of, what kind of
who's going to be the best pass rusher, who's going to be rushing the passer the most, who's going to get to the quarterback. Who's, even if it's not sacks, who's going to force the quarterback out of the pocket, because Brandon Peters isn't much of a runner. So if you can get him off his base, get him out of the pocket and make him move around a little bit, that would help the secondary whole heap of a lot, and the linebackers that are back covering passes.
Well, and it's, and I look at when is Caleb Tanner going to be on the field, because actually I was a little concerned about Caleb Tanner because nobody had heard of him or heard about him
from him.
Yeah. In, say 3 months ago. And then in the last couple months and last couple press conferences, we've finally been able to hear a little bit more about how Caleb Tanner's improved. His body's in good shape.
He got a black shirt.
He finally bought it. Yeah. And so that's one thing I'm interested in is when do they put in Caleb Tanner? Is he going to be coming off the edge? Same thing with Garrett Nelson. Where's Luke Reimer in this? How much does Kolarvik play in the middle? Like little things like that. They'll have to replace Will Honish.
JoJo Doman dropping back in pass coverage, coming up to rush the passer. The run fits, the run stuffs that they're going to get. Ty Robinson on one end, Ben Stilley. How much does Casey Rogers get in the game? Do we see, it's just a lot of names that you've heard throughout the summer, throughout fall practice. And you're just wondering, they've had glowing reviews about a lot of guys. How often do we see them? A lot of people were clamoring for Nash Hutmacher after his showing in the spring game. Do we see him in the Illinois game? Will he line up at the nose tackle spot with the strength that he has? Will he line up at the defensive end spot? It's just a bunch of question marks on all of the guys that the coaching staff have been talking about and saying how great of a spring season, of a fall season. They've been having the greatest week of fall practice since I've been coaching them, or something along those lines for some of these players. So it's just a matter of who shows up in this game and what do we get out of the people that are starting and backing them up.
Yeah. And I mean, you can look at every position and say, okay, who's going to win the spot opposite Cam Taylor-Britt. You know you're going to see both Quinton Newsome and I'm blanking on the name. Quinton Newsome and Braxton Clark in that position. Who do they put when they have a nickel corner in? Who's going to be that guy? And so there's a lot of questions that outside of just, are they going to run a bubble screen? Like, look deeper. That's what I would say is because look deeper and look at the sets and who's on. When it's third and short, what big bodies are out there for the black shirts?
Who's lining up at tight end if Vokalek can't play?
Yeah,
which I still don't think he is.
Let's look at that left tackle position. We don't know how healthy Turner Corcoran is necessarily.
Brant Banks, if he starts there,
is Brant
keep
Banks.
an eye on Matt Sichterman at right guard. He's the one getting the start.
Yeah, so a lot of things that I personally will be looking for is sets and seeing how snap count, because that's been a common question for a guy like Damian Daniels. Is
keep an eye on the snaps.
Yeah, and so some things there to look for. 402-464-5685 Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line. Keep interacting with those. We appreciate it all show long.
Cleveland Mike right now. He said, guys, Buffalo finished last season in the top 25 and went to bowl games in the past 3 seasons. How about we get off our high horses a bit? Well, Cleveland Mike, that would have been the case this year, and Buffalo was a pretty big concern before the offseason started. And then they lost their coach and a lot of their coaching staff, and a bunch of their players transferred.
Yes.
So it's a new coaching staff with a bunch of new players, and yes, they are returning the leading rusher in the NCAA from last year, but I don't know who their coach is. I don't know if he runs, a run heavy offense or if he wants to pass the ball more. So it's kind of like Illinois, where you just kind of don't know what you're going to get, but they have decent players, obviously. So it's Buffalo. It's not the same Buffalo from the last 3 seasons that's made a bowl game, but it's Buffalo.
Jared in Wisconsin says, my main concern is in-game coaching and play calling. Yeah, that has been a problem in recent years, and that's one of those things that until you're in the moment and Nebraska needs to make a halftime adjustment or, personnel-wise or whatever happens, you're not going to learn that, unfortunately, until you are in that moment and need to make an adjustment. So keep sending in those. We'll get to them in the final segment here shortly. Let me ask you this, Rico.
Hit me.
How excited, how entertained are you by Husker volleyball tonight against Colgate at the Devaney Center?
Extremely entertained, and I will try and watch it. It's on BTN Plus.
Yes. Do you have your subscription?
I don't know. I think I do, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check when I get home. But I love watching Nebraska volleyball. I want to see, they should handle Colgate. So that means you should be able to see some of the freshmen that don't get in the regular rotation.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to see all these talented freshmen and see what, John Cook's messing with, because it's going to be a great season. I just know it.
That is free admission tonight at 6:30 p.m. Just wanted to throw that in there
for anybody that wants to go
before we wrap up with some Husker football talk. All right, let's get this in right now. And then the next segment, we'll get to listeners' calls and texts, and we'll round out the show before we get out of here for the final time on a Friday. We'll take one final time out a little bit early here. You're listening to the Happy Hour on 93.7 The Ticket.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store to stay in touch and listen all day long wherever you are. More of the Happy Hour is next on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
We'll have a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. By this afternoon, it'll be partly sunny and hot with a high of 96 and a south wind at 15 to 20. Continued chance of thunderstorms this evening into tonight with a low of 75. We continue with the heat tomorrow with a high of 94 and a good chance of evening and overnight thunderstorms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mike Schaefer here with 5-star child care provider Lee Beecher from Bubbles and Blocks. Let's start with what makes Bubbles and Blocks special.
We have 3 beautiful locations in Lincoln that provide the safety, security, and reliability you need while also bringing a family feel to each classroom at every location.
I also hear some congratulations are in order.
Thank you. Yes, we just won the Lincoln Choice Award for Best Daycare and Preschool for the 3rd year in a row.
What should people do if they want to join the Bubbles and Blocks family?
Call to set up a tour to enroll your child today, or you can visit bubblesandblocks.com to apply to join our team.
Security First Bank. We're the bank, and we make your mortgage more manageable with flexible terms, trusted advice, and competitive rates. When you work with us, we'll know your name, but we'll also get to know your home dreams too. Security First Bank of Lincoln. Voted Best Small Bank in Nebraska by Newsweek magazine. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender. NMLS number 505011.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party postgame show on 93.7 The Ticket. Each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the team and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party postgame show, sponsored by Southeast Community College and M Street Drive-In.
The Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef is Lincoln's newest full-service butcher shop, offering premium fresh-cut steaks and house-made sausages daily from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. They exclusively carry certified Piedmontese beef raised right here in Nebraska. When shopping at the Mercado, you're not only supporting local, but also enjoying the official beef of Nebraska Athletics. With prime-grade tenderness and unparalleled nutritionals, your backyard barbecue is about to get a serious upgrade. Stop into the Mercado today, located off 84th and Havelock in Lincoln.
New owners means new lunch specials at the Fox Bar and Grill. They've just introduced tons of options on their new under $10 lunch menu. Small nachos grande, a classic cheeseburger, 4 boneless or traditional wings and fries, or a small single topping pizza for just $5 each. Try the mushroom Swiss burger or the pepper jack stack burger for just $6. And for just $7, try any of the classic steak Philly, club wrap, grilled chicken salad, or grilled southwestern salad. It's the under $10 lunch menu at the Fox Bar and Grill, just south of 14th and Pine Lake.
In every office, there's 2 types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe.
Century Electric is now hiring for experienced licensed electricians. This position will serve around the Lincoln area on both commercial and residential jobs. Century Electric is well established with 40 years in operation. It offers a substantial hiring bonus as well as tons of benefits. For more information or to apply, go online to centuryelectric.com and click the careers tab or call them at 402-467-5550. Come work for a great company today with Century Electric, whose commitment is always to their customers.
Now back to the happy hour with Nick Sainert and Enrique Alvarez Clary on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The absolute perfect song to take us into our Friday afternoon. You'll hear One-on-One with DP and Old School. If you're not on the stream, folks, every single time Industry Baby comes on, and it's happening every day. We make sure it's in the log every single day. You need to be on the stream because Rico does his dance. So I will say we're having a lot of fun over here. During the break, Mr. Derek Pearson.
Shout out Derek Pearson.
A lot of you know him as DP.
No free shout outs.
Except for the one guy in Kansas. He brought in 2 Magic 8 balls. However, one of them is not just an ordinary Magic 8 ball. It's one where you talk to it, you swing you sway your hand around the top of it, and it talks. It gives you the prediction. So I will eventually ask a question.
And if you have any questions to ask,
yes,
send them our way.
This is most of this is DP's bit, so we're not going to take it from him like fully because there's going to be a full hour of it and
Yeah.
probably a full 3 hours, especially since I'm part of the show.
We have
from
like
3 to 6.
We have like 3 questions to ask, and then we'll
Yes.
take 4 from the text line.
Okay, perfect. No repeats though.
Yeah,
no repeats.
no repeat questions. You
And so
dummies.
we'll get to that here shortly. First, Rico,
yes,
we're gonna.
It's speaking to us.
I don't know if you can hear that, folks, but that is the Magic 8 Ball on the table.
Creepy.
So we'll get to that here in a second. But let's get to some of our picks.
Yes.
Is there music? Do we have some tunes here?
I could find something, although I can't use the music that I wanted to use.
Yeah, Happer's not letting us use the sexy pick stuff,
Whatever, dude.
but it's okay. We'll get to our betting odds and our picks here. Game
Here we
show
go.
music. This works perfect. This fits our show to a T.
Right. If anybody remembers that.
Step right up. Okay. Let's start out with some boring games. There's 4 or 3.5 boring games going on. Let's start with this one. UConn at Fresno State, 1 p.m. on CBS Network. Who are we taking?
Give me Fresno State. I don't know how UConn still fields a football team.
Who wants to go to UConn for
Unless it's-
other than basketball?
I don't know, dude. People that are big fans of Connecticut.
Okay, I see. Journalism.
Is it?
I think
Is it good?
Connecticut's a big journalism place, I think.
I wouldn't know. I don't know.
ESPN's located there, so maybe I just kind of put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, sure. Makes sense.
Yeah, works perfect. UTEP at New Mexico State. Our boy Emmett at New Mexico State.
Oh, no, he's not. He's at UNLV. What are you talking about?
UNLV, dang it.
What is with this guy?
What a shame.
Why would he be at New Mexico State? He's cooler than that.
UNLV, Las Vegas. That's right. Sorry, Emmett.
Damn.
All right,
bro.
so New Mexico State or UTEP?
UTEP. I had a friend who hurdled there once.
All right, I'll take UTEP as well. Let's go Southern Utah at San Jose State. Very late.
Southern Utah is an FCS school, in case you didn't know. Happer told me that.
Well, San Jose
Found that
State
out.
had a very good season last year.
I'm going to go San Jose State.
I am as well.
The Fighting Tim Miles is...
Yeah, which Tim Miles golfs back here in Lincoln a lot. I found out. Hawaii at UCLA at 2:30 p.m.
You say the weirdest things.
At 2:30 p.m., Hawaii and UCLA. Chip Kelly fighting for his job. Who are we taking?
You go first.
I'm taking UCLA.
Mm-hmm. Bad pick. Hawaii, baby.
All right. And last but not least, we'll have a couple betting odds here with this one as
Not
well.
so fast.
Nebraska, Illinois. The spread is 7 for Nebraska. What are we thinking?
14. I've said it since the
Yes.
since it started. I'm going to keep with it. I'm sticking with it. Nebraska by 14.
Okay, I'm going to say Nebraska covers the spread by 17 and say Nebraska wins 37-20. Here we go. Here's a couple other.
Wow.
Will Scott Frost pants be tight?
Will Scott Frost pants be tight? Yes.
Yes, they will.
He only wears tight pants.
And are we thinking is it going to be black? Black pants?
Gray.
Gray.
He's busting the gray pants out.
Okay. It's going to be great. It's going to be a hot day. You don't want black because that attracts heat.
Gray might not be good if it's hot, though.
Oh, that's true. Sweaty. What
He
are we
might
thinking?
go black.
All right.
He might go black.
Tight black pants for Scott Frost. Who scores first, Illinois or Nebraska?
Nebraska.
All right. And who commits the first penalty?
Nebraska.
However, that would be bad because Nebraska, they said that if they win the toss, they're going to defer, which means they committed a penalty on defense, which is like pass interference or face mask.
Illegal hands
or
to the face.
holding. And so you'd hope that like a false start penalty happens for Illinois.
I guess.
I'm going to go with Illinois
Okay.
on that one.
Whatever you say.
All right, folks. Now is the time.
Ask a couple questions for the magical 8 balls.
Here we go.
All right, I'll ask the first question.
Are you going to do it on yours or mine?
I'm going to do it on mine. Dear
Okay.
Magic 8 Ball, no, not you.
I did it. I just moved it.
Well, I don't. Well, whatever. Stupid 8 Ball. Will Omar Manning score the first touchdown for Nebraska? We shake it up a little bit, and then we. Yes, definitely. I would show you guys, but it'll like turn over. So Omar Manning. What are you doing?
DP's mad.
What are
DP's
you
mad.
doing? What are you doing?
DP's mad. I'm sorry, DP. We said we weren't going to take your bit.
I have 3 questions to ask the 8 Balls. That's it.
What is wrong?
We weren't going to take your bit.
So leave my 8-ball alone.
I just needed one question.
Can I ask one?
One more question.
Good grief.
Can I ask
you guys are
one?
So
I told you I was going to do it. You said
One.
okay.
One. Go ahead.
All right. One. Will Nebraska beat Oklahoma?
That's like a super far question. Look at that. It doesn't even want to answer you.
It doesn't answer.
It's too far in advance.
What did I do wrong, DP?
Did you turn it off?
No,
No,
I turned it on.
Put it back on. There you go.
The outcome cannot be predicted.
Oh no!
Too far out.
No.
Too far out.
All right.
Too big of a question.
So we're done with.
I got mine answered.
We got yelled at.
I told you I was going to do it, and you said it was okay. Don't yell at me.
DP, here's the
Don't
thing.
yell at me.
Here's the thing, DP. There's so
Get
many
out.
questions.
Get out of here.
What if we?
No, we can't use them anymore.
No. What if we do non-football questions? Because
No.
there's a couple.
No, we can't do it. He said we can't do it. Those are the rules. Sorry about it.
Ooh, I kind of wanted. Sorry, guys. I really wanted.
He said it was okay, and then he changed his mind.
Yeah. Also, I want to get to this text. Okay, Ben, why are you hating on a Friday?
Dude, Ben doesn't like you, bro.
Ben, okay, a couple things. First of all, my name's not Zach.
What's up, Zach?
What's
up, Zach?
It's not close to Nick at all.
Nick, Zach, Nick. It makes sense.
My name's not Zach. It never has been Zach. No. And so, if you're gonna insult me, get my name right.
Use the right name.
Also, Cubsker says Happer used Industry Baby.
One would think turnabout is fair play.
Yeah, for okay. So here's the thing. Happer used it for the high school football broadcast last night.
I gave him my blessing.
And every time I was running the board for that.
Were you?
And I apologize that it went to national for a brief moment. That was completely on me. Anyway.
Jeez.
Anyway. Yeah, he used Industry Baby for the rejoin, for the intro. And every time I pushed it,
you felt
a
sad.
piece of my heart got ripped out of my chest.
Just died a little bit inside.
Because Industry Baby came on.
It's all right. Look, I gave him permission to use
Also,
it. It was okay.
My name's not Nate either. Guys, my name is Nick. Please.
Nate, who said Nate? I see Zach again. OH Zach.
7350 said, ask the Magic 8-Ball of Big Nate. I'm not Big Nate.
I don't think they were talking about you. I think that's for themselves.
Ben, oh, true.
Nate.
Maybe they're Nate.
They might be Nate.
All right. Ben says, my bad, Nick. Thank you. Your apologies accepted. This has been a very fun show. Rico, one final time. What's your prediction for Manana?
I got Nebraska by 14. I think I said it earlier. I think I said 34-20 Huskers. Adrian Martinez has a grand old day.
Okay.
And we resume talking about how great he is.
I'm going with 37-20. Stay tuned from 3 to 6. We'll have a lot of 8-ball content. Go Big Red. It's finally here, folks. We survived. Talk to you guys on Monday.
Adios.
Security First Bank. We're the bank,